I would, but I've got a 12-inch dildo in there already. How long can hamsters hold their breath again?
Hello world, Wednesday 13 here.
Hey, this is Tom Stain.
Hello everybody, I'm Ronnie LeDrew.
Yes, my friends, my name's John Mahon.
What's going on, everybody? It's Tom.
And it's Jamie. Welcome to the Chronicles of Podcast.
Hello everyone, this week we bring you an interview with a band who has a simple mission: to create music that's stupid heavy. So heavy it could give you a snapped neck. So friends, you can't hide because I see you and I know where you sleep. Today he joins us to talk all about their brand new album, I.O., available now. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as we bring you vocalist Aaron Matt for the Chronicles of 1056.
I'm not supposed to be doing that, am I?
Yeah, don't applaud yourself. No, you applaud yourself, mate.
Absolutely.
Just released a new album. Applaud yourself.
Now that you put, all the song titles together, it sounds a bit pervy, doesn't it? So, a little bit pervy. But, that was you. That was you. That was all you. So, it's whatever, man. It's good to be here.
It's great to have you here. Yeah, the new album is we'll get to it as well, but fuck me, unbelievable. It's right up my alley. So I was just there like, in heaven, in absolute heaven.
That's awesome. Awesome. Thanks, man.
But that's all right, man. But obviously, I know we talked a little bit before we started about how you've been playing PlayStation, but how's your Wednesday been? What have you been doing yourself today?
I actually did stuff today, which is cool. I went to the gym. In case you didn't notice, and then I went. I'm just kidding. Edit
totally.
that out. No, don't edit that out. It's funny. And then I went to see my friend Lucas D'Angelo. Used to play with in Betraying the Martyrs and recorded a feat for a band. I can't say who it is, but it was cool. And came home, did some painting, and then played PlayStation 5 until
nice. Painting, as in the house, or as in oil painting?
Yeah,
Bob Ross.
I do like canvases and like commissions for people
sick.
that want. Yeah, what would you call it? Imposter syndrome or whatever. But people like to buy them. So, and money's cool, food's nice. So I do that.
Yeah. Place to live and sleep, heating. It's wonderful.
Yeah, honestly, top 3 stuff, I reckon.
That's cool. The man of many talents. I like it.
I didn't say they were good paintings.
Yeah, people are buying them, so clearly that's evidently it says something.
Yeah, they see it. I send a photo, they're like, oh, well, it's put in the work now. You know what I mean? Well, that'll look good in the attic, I think.
Yeah. Under a sheet. Oh, thanks, Aaron. Yeah, thanks. I really like what you've done with the strokes.
The strokes. Oh, don't let the pervy one get on that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, great! I'm the fucking pervy one now.
Jamie the perv.
I see you doing strokes.
We weren't supposed to talk about what we were doing before we went live, but
save that for the I Only fans. That was really bad. That was really bad.
Get out.
Get out. Leave, man.
Get out. Yeah.
Leave.
I think we're done here. Yeah, you were fun guys, but now I think we're good. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. What? I think I hear a hate crime happening. I gotta leave.
That's me out then. See you later.
Yeah. Wait, what kind of hate crime is that? Oh, that's Jamie outside with little children. Sorry.
Oh, fucking hell. We just started, Jesus Christ. Should have got dinner first. Fucking hell.
Oh, right. Fucking hell. Let's get this back on track.
Yeah, back on track.
Aaron, right. How we like to start these things, mate, is to take it right back to the start. Your formative years when you were growing up. Young master Mats, you could say. What did you want to be when you were growing up? Has it always been music for you or something completely different?
No, I wanted to be a pro skateboarder before. I skateboarded for most of my childhood, and I was like, yeah, I want to be a pro skateboarder. But saying that, I watched the Michael Jackson movie Moonwalker as a kid, and I was just like, that's awesome, but I didn't really think about it. It wasn't until like I got into Suicide Silence and saw people like Mitch Looker and stuff, you know, be so like charismatic. That's when I kind of wanted to do it. But other than that, yeah, I just wanted to be a skateboarder or something like that. And then I think I went through a phase. I was like, yeah, I want to do something manly, like be a carpenter or something. But I don't think I wanted that at all. I think I just said it. And and then I was a welder for a bit before I did this. But, you know.
As you do.
I guess welding does sound manly.
I guess
Tick the box.
it
Done
does.
that.
Manly stuff.
Manly job done. So where did the love of music come from? Obviously, you said you heard those artists and it made you want to do it, but where did that love of music come from in the first place? Especially like this alternative music that we're into.
Okay, so like my mum and my dad were both bikers, and so like my mum was really into like T-Rex and David Bowie. What else was she into? Oh, she was into those guys. Oh, and Bon Jovi and stuff like that. And my dad was really into like Motorhead and Black Sabbath and stuff. So we always had music around the house. But the love of like metal music and heavy music. I mean, I said this before in other interviews, but I think it's an interesting point. I knew that I liked violent music when I heard the song Kim off the Marshall Mathers LP, which is the Eminem's third album, I guess. And like that's just, it's not metal or anything, but it's so violent, and that just kind of switched something in me. It's like, wow, you know, I love how dark and stuff it is. And also I think my brother stole Slipknot CD from another kid at school or something, and I listened to that and I was just like, this is dope. So yeah, just a mixture of Eminem and Slipknot just got me going, man.
That's awesome. I remember hearing Kim for the first time. I was like, what the fuck am I listening to? This is awesome.
Yeah, it's just so like makes you feel so uncomfortable, and I love that feeling, you know. Oh, and also, so my grandma was German, right? Rest in peace. She so she had German cable TV at home. Couldn't understand any of it, but she was just watching it all the time. So like we got to see Rammstein and stuff before, you know, they kind of got into England and shit. So I would see like old Rammstein songs on German TV, and I was just like, wow, you know.
I did have an envisionment of your mum riding down on a bike with "It's a starman waiting in the sky." I think that's it. I don't know why. That's just the image that came into my head.
No, you know, I wish I could say that's true, but she got really boring, I think, when we got born. And she's, you know, her name's Karen, which is hilarious as well.
Oh.
And surname's Bacon now, which is even funnier. And she just drives a car and probably listens to the radio. But she used to be cool, you know. It's whatever. I love her.
Sounds like an utter legend regardless.
Yes, she's a legend. Just fucking shit on my mum. What am I doing?
Yeah. It's no holds barred here. Do you know what I mean? It's
Boom.
I don't think we really edit it either. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go for it.
We won't send us. It's fine. So obviously,
shall I put her address in there as well?
Everyone writes her and tell her she's boring. Get back on a bike, mum.
Get back on a bike. You suck. Bacon. What name? Brilliant.
Do you remember Bowie? Do you remember Bowie? Nothing to do, do you?
So obviously, again, I was going to ask, like, how did you go from being a fan to wanting to play music? You're saying those guys inspired you, but what was it to singing that made you like want to follow that route and not, I don't know, pick up a guitar or anything?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. I've really been attracted to, like lyrics and stuff, and especially lyrical patterns and lyrical content. So I was definitely more one of those people. I mean, I guess everyone, if you're not really an instrumentalist, you're more drawn to the lyrics. But I really kind of homed in on it. And I was listening to, like when the first Bring Me the Horizon EP came out, I caught wind of that when I was on MySpace, or Vampire Freaks or some shit like that. I was all up on that stuff. And then I listened to Job for a Cowboy and stuff, and I started practicing in my room. And I was with some friends skating one day, and they just said, like, we've got a band, do you want to try out? And I was like, yeah. And I came out, my voice was like bleeding, my throat was bleeding and shit. I was like, all right, I got to get this down, man. Because we didn't have fucking YouTube videos and shit in that, at that time. So I think I just kind of realized I could do it. And then I'm pretty bad at saying no. So they were like, do you want to do a gig? And I shat myself. And I was just like, well, yeah, I guess. And, just kind of fell into it. I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, what am I doing? And then it just kind of snowballed from there. Still don't know what I'm doing here today.
Happy accident. I love it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So obviously we fast forward to 1056. Like, how did you guys get together as a band? How did you all meet?
Okay, so I started the band with our drummer Arno. But what's funny about that is that me and him weren't really friends, so to speak. I mean, he'd even acted in one of Betraying the Martyrs' old music videos. He was like a monster in one of his videos. But I'd known him because he was playing in a band called Uneven Structure. And he was just known as being like a technical drummer, and I knew about him, but I hadn't really met him. And so Steve, the old guitarist from Betraying the Martyrs, I asked him. Well, I was still in the band at that time. I was like, dude, I need to find a drummer. I want to do something else. And he's like, ask Arno. So I went on Arno's profile, and it said he posted a story saying, I want to stop doing metal, would like to start a jazz band, hit me up. And I hit him up saying, fuck that, let's make really heavy music. And he said, okay. And that was pretty much it. I was working at a bar at that time, and Quentin, the guitarist from a band called Kadinja, would regularly come in, and I just kind of saw him. I was like, oh, you play guitar, don't you? He's like, yeah. It's like, do you want to do it? And he's like, yeah. And then that's, kind of how it started. Yeah, and just kind of asked a couple of people, and they were down, and then Luca was the final one to come in, which is hilarious. I met Luca, who writes and produces pretty much everything that we do instrumentally. I met him when he was 13. I was 20, and it was at my very first concert ever with Betraying the Martyrs, and in like a gymnasium in like the north of France, and he was there. And I met him, and he was like a little kid, And I met him, and now we're in a band together, and I respect him greatly. So mental how that happened.
That's amazing. Did he turn up to you one day? He was like, do you remember meeting me back when I was 13? Like,
No, I mean, I bumped into him like every now and then. But it was actually, so how that happened was like, we wrote Diazepam with Mia, Arno, and Quentin, and I think, it didn't sound like it sounded today. And he knew that Luca had these talents, but I didn't really know that he was making music or producing, whatever. So he sent the track to Luca and had him like finish the song and like produce it, and then send it back, and kind of told us, he didn't tell us who it was. He just said, what do you think about this? And we're like, whoever that is, get him in the band. And he was like, Dada, it's him. And I was like, what the fuck? And that happened. I don't know why he kept it a secret, like I wouldn't be down, but yeah. And it turns out he had like a huge backlog of just stupidly heavy music kind of laying around, and it just worked out really well. And me and Luke have a great dynamic when we're writing songs. It's just pretty much the two of us, and yeah, it just works. We're on the same wavelength, and everyone else is too. So that's great.
That's fine.
I was gonna say, you talk about your lyrics and that sort of thing. Like, are they quite personal to you, or do you just make some stories up and go with that, or is it just let's make this as brutal and as guttural as possible, so that people are like, "What the fuck? This is incredible."
No, well, unfortunately, all of them are about personal experience. That bar one, I mean, hang on, let me think. What's the track list? I mean, I think the song Banshee is the only one that doesn't speak about a personal experience, because that's like, killing someone and stuff. And like, yeah, Friends as well, which is kind of tied into that. We recorded it around the same period. But other than that, everything that we've done previously has been about personal experiences. I've had my struggles and whatever. And I feel like I can't really write songs if I'm not in a negative mind space, which is strange to think about. But I feel like, in my old projects, like they had their like image and what the band was about already kind of set in stone before I joined. So I'm not going to say that they were limiting me, on what I could talk about and stuff, but
Yeah,
I definitely started 1056 in this. The only thing that I wanted to accomplish with it was, okay, like I'm on my way out now, my old band's kind of over, and I just want people to know what I'm really about, not singing Disney covers. Like I want them to know what I like and what I've got in my mind and stuff. And then it just kind of took off, and that's great. That's like more of a symptom of me talking about all that stuff. That was never really the plan. My plan really was to just put out some music and then peace out. But
yeah.
just still around.
You're saying how you have to be in that negative mindset to write. Do you find it quite like therapeutic then, getting these thoughts and feelings off your mind?
Absolutely, yeah. I only started getting therapy this year, which is mental, because I think everyone should, have someone to speak to, and I think it's beneficial for everyone. But I think it's quite well known that writing down, like even keeping a journal or writing down how you're feeling, can help you kind of understand what you've got in your own mind. So I was getting stuff out and also kind of discovering who I really was, because some of these songs I wrote about stuff that happened to me when I was a kid and shit, and I hadn't really processed it until I put it down on paper, and then I was like, oh wow, okay, well that explains a lot. So it's very cathartic in that sense.
Do you have sort of moments on stage when you're doing it live where you just go like, holy shit, I can just feel like a whole weight's been lifted?
Maybe at the start. Maybe at the start. I mean, we've been playing the songs from the first album. It's been out for what?
Yeah.
I don't know when it came out, like 2, maybe even 3 years ago. So yeah, maybe at the start, and then afterwards, just kind of singing the songs. Don't really think about the lyrical content too much. But I'm definitely excited for. I mean, we've been playing the song IO live.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, that's a bit. Yeah, that I can't really not think about what I'm saying in that track. And in Paris did have a little bit of a moment, I was like, oh, but, yeah. I mean, since I've been in this band, I've never been like more calm, and it's a really helpful tool for me to be able to express myself.
Yeah, it's like you found your place now, because I was not expecting that. After listening to the record and getting right to the end, I was like, oh shit, like just the complete contrast change. Just like, this is incredible. I loved it. I was not expecting it. I loved it. So
that's awesome, man.
I'm not going to jump on your dick too much, Aaron. I promise you. All right, but yeah.
Someone has to do it. I mean, I thought it would have been the other. Yeah. I thought it would have been you, Jay.
Curvy Jamie. I just like to sit and watch. Yeah.
He's like, I would, but I've got a 12-inch dildo in there already.
Hang on, I got about 10 minutes before I've got to take it out.
Is it, how long can hamsters hold their breath again?
But how has your approach to songwriting evolved, obviously, since you started 1056? It's been around for about 5 years, the band, hasn't it? Obviously, you were Betraying the Martyrs before. Did you come
Yeah.
into 1056 with a completely different approach, or is it just pretty much the same as what you were doing before?
Yeah, completely different approach. I mean, with Betraying the Martyrs, there was six of us, and there was like fucking hell, let's start again. Six cooks in the kitchen, I'd say,
Okay.
everyone was very kind of hands-on, and, everyone had their own opinion about, another person's instrument and stuff. Whereas in this band, the guys have been very supportive, and no one tries to like say you can't say that. They've actually been very supportive and been like, I've had to ask them like, guys, am I going too far writing about this? And I'm just like, do say what you got to say. So, yeah, just complete artistic freedom, and that's, yeah, I guess taking it for granted a little bit now. Thinking about it, it's just, yeah, just really, yeah, I don't have to run it by anyone, and that's great, And
Yeah.
they do have ideas and stuff, and they often come up with cool ideas that I wouldn't have thought of, and so yeah, but it's just good to have someone suggest something and not be like, oh, I don't like that. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's a really good, friendly, healthy dynamic in the band, and yeah, that's. I'm not trying to talk shit about anything that's happened before. I'm just saying,
No.
it's a very healthy working relationship, and it's great.
Good.
That's what we like. But obviously, everywhere I read when I was doing my research on you, it said like you left Betraying the Martyrs because you wanted to go. You had the itch to go stupid heavy, I believe is the phrase that I heard a lot.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Is the sound that you now have for 1056 what you were aiming for all along, or is it just like grown and progressed over these couple of years?
Ooh. I mean, it's definitely like a constantly evolving project. Like when we first got together, yeah, I did want to do like crazy heavy songs, and I think like the first singles like Diazepam Boy can definitely reflect that. But I've also got the other guys too. Oh, sorry, we all have a very wide spectrum of influences, like a lot of hip hop stuff, and hip hop elements is something that I've always wanted to incorporate, and Luca was definitely on the same page. And it's good because like making these songs is had me learning stuff, because I don't like have a setup at home, like I don't have like a studio, and I don't have a place where I can kind of practice. So when I'm writing my songs, I just write them, and it's in my head, and then we go to the studio with Luca, and we just try it and see if it works. So being in this band has been a big learning curve for me, like clean singing. I kind of learned how to do that a little bit, and the rapping stuff has been a first for me as well, and yeah, I'm just kind of learning as we're going along. So I can't even remember what the question was, man. What was that? What was the question?
I basically said like when you first had the idea to do 1056, it was to go out and do stupid heavy. I was about to say, saying, is this the sound that you were trying to achieve?
Yeah. I guess so. Originally, but we really like to experiment and stuff, and we don't want to get pigeonholed as like being just that band that does heavy stuff. So we do like to dip our toes left and right, and do some rap stuff. And yeah, I don't want to say that we're just a heavy band, because there could be a point in time where we just evolve, and I'm just a rapper, and I'm just joking, but yeah. But the sound, the songs that we write now are songs that if I wasn't in the band, I would listen to, and I'd get really pumped about. So yeah, I'm just happy to be in a band that makes music that I would genuinely listen to. Like I listen to our songs and I really enjoy them. That doesn't sound very modest, but I mean, I do. I just really like what we've done, and the hard work that everyone's put in. It's just come together really nicely, and I'm just proud to be making the music that I love, and not like to any degree kind of faking it. It's just fully, absolutely what I love.
Amazing. Before we talk about the new album, I did mean to ask, where does the name 1056 come from?
Oh, hang on, big sip. So originally we were gonna call the band Downer, which is the name of our first album. Um, and right at the very last minute, I mean, we were looking around and stuff, and there was a guy. I think it's an Australian rapper called, and he goes by the name Downer. It's like D0, and there's a 3 instead of an E, whatever. But his name is Downer, and I think our label got in contact with with his lawyer, and his lawyer said, "No, you know, if you guys do that, we're coming after you or whatever." So we're like, all right,
Wow.
that's cool. Yeah, all right, cool, man. Thanks. And back when I was playing in Betraying the Martyrs in the Mark Mironov era, when we had that Russian drummer who was fucking sick, he was like one of these blog spot kind of surfers, and he would always have the latest like crazy heavy stuff. And I was really big into the Chicago sound, like Sworn In and you know, Monsters and Victims and stuff like that. And there's a band called Villains, and they had a song called, I think the song was called 1056. I'm not sure, but they had a reference in one of their songs, and it just said like the punchline was 1056, and I just got like super infatuated by that and learned what it meant, and I just thought, you know, that it was super cool the way that they used it, and it just stuck with me for years. I mean, I think he showed me that song in 2013, so it would have been, you know, 8 or 9 years later. So last minute, I'm like, guys, what do you think about 1056? But the 10 is TEN. And they were like, yeah, sure, that sounds cool. But, you know, kind of had to explain it and stuff. And I drew the logo on a piece of paper. And I was like, you know, this. And that was it. That was like, it wasn't a long time before release. Actually, we just had to change it the last minute. And I mean, and it was also cool for me to pay homage to homage to Villains, and they changed their name to Youth Forever, and they split up. But to pay homage to a band that had inspired me, and I love their sound. So yes, I mean, maybe I stole their idea or whatever, but it's cool as fuck.
Yeah. As Jamie alluded to, the brand new album IO is out this Friday. This recording goes out next Friday, so it's been out a week by the time this comes out. So hopefully people are still fucking smashing it out and, you know, blasting it, turning up to whatever volume they can get to. How excited are you for this album to come out?
Honestly, man, I mean, we've been sat on it for quite a bit, so I don't know. I think one of the guys put in the group chat like yesterday, like, "Hey guys, I think our album comes out in like 3 days." I was like, "What?" So yeah, I mean, we've got our first headline tour coming up. We leave on the 7th, and yeah, so I mean, we've got so much going on, and directly after that, we have 1.5 days back home, and then we go to the States for a month and a half. So I mean, there's just been a lot of moving parts, and this date is just kind of like, the times flew by, and now it's just here, and I was like, oh shit. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to see. I mean, the only feedback I've had from it has been from doing press with like guys like yourself, and everything's been positive. So, you know, I'm excited to hear what everyone thinks, and yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked. That's how I feel.
Because obviously you've released, I think it's 4 songs off the record already as singles. So what's the feedback been like for them?
Dude,
is it?
I think we might have released more.
6 tracks. 6 tracks. Yeah,
I clearly miscounted that.
Yeah, no, I mean, in hindsight, we probably shouldn't have, but you know, Downer came out, and we toured so much off that album. You know, we went to the States like twice, and we went to Japan and Australia, and we did loads of European tours and stuff. So we weren't really in the capacity to be writing music. So basically, when Good Morning, when we got that together, and then ICU, we kind of felt like we needed to stay relevant in the eye of the public, as to say. So we kind of put that out, and yeah, now looking back, it's like, oh shit, we put out loads singles actually. So when the album comes out, people are like, "Oh, cool, 2 tracks that I've not heard." No, I think it's more than 2 tracks. But sorry, what was the question again?
I'm just asking what the feedback's been like on the songs that you have released.
It's been good. Yeah, I mean, everyone's been really stoked. I mean, we've had trouble with YouTube not enjoying the content that we put out. I mean, if it's like the lyrical content or something like that, we've had a lot of strikes happening. So, we haven't been able to get our videos out to as many people as we would like to have, but they definitely have been translating really well into like the live setting. Our shows have been getting bigger, people have been singing along, and yeah, it's good. Honestly, man, I'm still in the mindset of like when we first started the band. I just can't believe that people are taking like a notice of what we're doing. Forever imposter syndrome kind. It's like, I'm just glad that people are listening to it. It still kind of like blows me away that people care. So yeah, everything seems to be positive. Just I mean, obviously a couple of guys are, "Oh, this sounds like noise." Well, yeah, that's the fucking point. That's why we're doing it. But yeah.
Thanks. That's exactly what we were aiming for.
Yeah, thanks, dude. That's the best compliment ever.
I've never understood why people do that. Why they come just to shit on something and fuck off again. Like, what? I don't understand. Like, do they go and play themselves afterwards? Like, get off on that sort of shit?
Yeah, this is crap. Wank, wank, wank.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, just go away.
I just owned that guy.
Yeah. If he even
sure,
reads it.
Yeah. But I read all the comments. Like yeah. I mean, overwhelmingly positive, and yeah. I mean, we didn't reinvent the wheel, or anything, but people seem to grasp onto whatever we've got going on. So yeah, I'm happy about it.
I mean, you said obviously about the releases that you've probably released too much, but I think this day and age now with the Spotify generation, I say that's how people consume music now. They want it now. Oh, that's great. What's next? That was great. What's next? So I think in a way, drip feeding it is the best way to do it, personally.
Yeah, you're definitely right. I mean, that's the approach that we had on the first album. We put it out in 2 separate EPs, and then we put it together because we were like, okay, this will keep us, able to like drip feed, like you said. But there is also like a loyal demographic of people that do like to have a full album and listen to it from front to back in the context. And now, like, listening to the album in the way that it was supposed to be listened to, chronologically, it does make sense. But I think we're catering to both audiences. But you can't please everyone. But
no.
We just write a song, then we're like, "Ooh, it's great, let's put it out." We can't sit on it. We can't sit on it. Oh, this is great, let's do a video, and then it's out. So I mean, we're not the kind of band that writes music and in big blocks and sits on it for 2 years, because our inspirations change, and especially Luca, he's like a fucking ADHD master or whatever. So he goes through his phases, and he's like, I wrote a song in a day, and I'm like, okay, I'll record it tomorrow, and then it's out, and then we're like, let's just get all excited.
I love that. Yeah. But what sets IO apart from Downer?
Oh, I mean, Downer, I think we were just writing songs to write songs. I mean, Downer, no one had any expectations because no one knew who we were. There wasn't really any pressure there. And I don't think we really felt any pressure this time around either. We kind of try and, shut out all the mess and try not to pay too much attention to what other bands are doing and what's working and whatever. But I think what sets this record apart is that the album tells a story. From the front to the back, you can really feel the transformation of the person, whether it be me or in the eyes of somebody else. Just, you can really kind of feel the journey that he's going through, and then with the conclusive track, IO, it's yeah, I feel like it tells a story. It's not a concept album, and we definitely didn't think of it that way. But when we started to see the puzzle pieces come together, we realized, okay, this is a journey, and then we just kind of like filled in the bits. And it's kind of a concept album, maybe like an autobiography or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's definitely more of a journey, and it's definitely like meant to be listened to from front to back.
I love bands that do that. It's, you know, like, yeah, it's great. You can go listen to the singles, but you sit there, you listen to the album from start to finish. You get, it feels like you get a reward for it. Like, I took the time out and I listened to this album, and I understand what they were thinking and feeling when they put this together, and why they put it in that order. And it's like like I say, it's like a little reward.
Yeah, it's like a little Easter egg, as gamers would say.
But did this record push any of you out of your comfort zones at all, musically or lyrically?
Lyrically, I'm thinking. Lyrically, I mean, I think I'd really gone there during Downer. Like, I don't think I could push it any further. I mean, there is a song on there that I wouldn't elaborate on, and that was kind of hard to put out there just because I wasn't really comfortable. And there's talking about it, and I don't want to ask questions about it, which is kind of weird. IO, the song, definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone because I'm not really like comfortable with clean singing. That's not something that I'd done before, and also the content of that song, it's less like self-deprecating, and it's more like taking accountability for the things that I've done, that the things that I've done wrong in my past, and the problems that I had going on. And I wrote that song just before I went to rehab this year for like a month, and I wrote that song just before that, and we were lucky enough to record the music video in rehab, and I was just like, bugging out and stuff. So it was definitely a very vulnerable position for me. Going through all that and having to, open up about it, and like tell all of our like partners that was going on. That was definitely a very uncomfortable experience, but also an experience that needed to happen, and made me question why I'd been keeping it a secret for so long. I'm not sure if that answers the question about. I'm not sure if that's where you wanted me to go with that, but yeah, just the clean singing, and just kind of bearing like everything for everyone to listen to. I've been a proud person in the past, and just to kind of like let that go, I think it's a coming of age thing. Like, I just don't care anymore. Just put it all out there. Yeah.
What it is, it's brave. That's what it is. You're putting yourself out there, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, and you're doing that to make this art. It's brave, and it's inspirational, because people that hear this story now will go, well, do you know what? If he can do it, why can't I do it? And they can put themselves out of their comfort zone and try and overcome their own things holding them back. So it's a fucking wonderful thing you've done. I tip my hat. Well, I would if I was wearing one.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I think that's what we've found is, there's artists out there, and there's, lots of music and media that you can consume where people are like, well, everything's going to be fine, and this and that. But people that are actually going through, addiction or depression, or kind of problems that regular people go through, oftentimes I think they don't want to hear any of that. They just want to be kind of maybe reassured that someone else is going through that, and not feel alone. And that's definitely the experience that I've had. I was kind of nervous to talk about certain things, but I had such an overwhelming feedback of like, thanks, and just from fans, just really appreciating what I had to say. And that was definitely a big confidence booster for me. Like, that, yeah, I'm making a difference somehow, or something along those lines.
Absolutely. But looking towards the future, you've got a ton of shows announced across Europe and the UK, then taking that like day and a half, did you say, break, and going across to America? A very busy time coming up. How excited are you for these shows?
I don't know if excited's a word. I mean, yeah, we're excited. I mean, we do this for the shows, you know. I think most musicians do. That's where we get the fun part, you know. Everything else is just kind of like, you know, going through there. Yeah. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, anxious, because this is our first headlining tour. So, you know, I've been through that before, and it's definitely a very anxiety inducing thing, because, you know, if you go on tour and it's not full and you're not the headliner, you know exactly where to point the finger. But when you're headlining, it's like, well, yeah, I guess it's me. You know? So, yeah, well, I guess it's my fault. So yeah, I'm definitely a little bit anxious about that. But I'm anxious about most things, to be fair. But I'm sure, yeah, once we get going, we're going to be happy about it, and the show's looking like they're selling good. So I'm really excited about that, to be able to play a full show. And we've got like a whole new like stage setup with like our lights and like scenography. I don't know how to say it, but and then after that, we go to the States with Signs of the Swarm, and they're doing really well at the minute, and the whole tour package is sick. And I think most of the shows are going to sell out. So it's going to be good, especially after doing fucking Summer Slaughter last year, which was a fucking joke. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but it was fucking awful.
No. I read about people saying how lovely you are. I read loads of stuff, but I never saw anything about the actual event.
Oh, so yeah, well, I don't know if I want to go into. So Summer Slaughter, like, it was a tour. It's an American tour. It's like a death metal tour. So like, in the past, they've had, you know, the Faceless, Necrophagists, and Dying Fetus, and all, you know, all these kind of legacy death metal acts, and that was kind of the tour. And when it came, we did it last year, and the lineup was just more modern bands. It was a stacked as fuck lineup. You know, we had like Brand of Sacrifice and Veil of Mayo and Gideon and Left to Suffer, and you know, it was a sick tour. But it got a lot of backlash, and got a lot of backlash. And then whoever, I know who it is, but whoever was commenting, you know, replying to the comments was like, "You're a cook," or, you know, "You're a vaccinated fucking cook," or just shit like that, just crazy shit, you know. Yeah. And in the States, it was like a really big thing. So the turnouts were crap because people weren't turning up to kind of like spite, you know, that whole thing. Yeah, I mean, so that tour was shit because it was like big venues and people weren't turning up. So it was definitely like just like, ugh. It was definitely a long, dragged out tour. And just to know that we're going back with bands that we really like, that we're friends with, the shows are guaranteed to be full every night. And it's good to be on a lineup of like, you know, modern bands that are really, everyone's motivated, and it's going to be sick. And then we're doing the final Warped Tour show, which is going to be sick as well.
Oh, nice. And then I saw you've also got Wacken next year. Yeah,
I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. That's cool.
No, you're welcome, Pub. I was hoping you might turn up, so you know what I mean.
Are you going?
No, I'd love to go to Wacken. I would absolutely. We tend to go to Bloodstock more because obviously being in the UK and that sort of thing. But I would love to go to Wacken and Hellfest. I'd fucking love to go to that as well at some point.
Yeah, Hellfest is mad, dude.
It looks so good. But yeah, I mean, we're weirdly planning like a podcasting tour for next year, so we'll try and get over there because I'd love to go to Wacken.
That's awesome.
Just Germany's just a great country anyway. I love Europe.
Yeah, I know. They just know how to do a festival. But saying 100%. That, Download is fucking sick. We've never done Download. I've never done Download with, you know, ever. So, and I'm from Leicester, and it's, you know, just down the road.
Yeah.
So I just really want to do Download. Download, if you're watching, just the fucking blockers, man. Come on.
I mean, the record's out on Friday. I think you're gonna be grand for next year. I really do.
Yeah, I hope so. It'll be great, you know. It's definitely a bucket list one because that was a festival that, you know, I went to when I started coming of age, and I saw my sugar there. I didn't even know who they were, and I walked into this tent and I was all fucked up, and I was just like, witness this like my sugar show, and I was just like, you know, my soul was leaving my body, and then I had like, yeah, had a bunch of arms and shit, and my third eye opened, and I was just like, yeah, it was, that was great.
Oh, fucking incredible. So, how one thing I always like to ask when we're talking to musicians is people are listening to this and they've not listened to the band before. And they're like the sound of this guy, I'm going to go check out his band. What's one or two 1056 tracks you'd recommend people go check out to get like a real feel for what you guys are about?
I'd definitely say Boy, because yeah, it's got some hip hop elements, and then, yeah, I think it's our most popular song, so I think that's a no-brainer. Oh, I mean, could it be off this new album?
Sure. It'll be out by the time this is released, so.
Oh, that's hard, man. Probably Snap Neck, because, you know, it's got some cleans in there, and I'm not really sure if it's like in our future plans to go down that road. I don't think so. No, I don't really have a reason to why I'm choosing that. Hang on, let me just think about maybe we put out Tramadol and RLS as a double single. I think that would be a good representation. So yeah, so if it counts as one song, right? Because it came out as it.
Yeah.
You
make the rules, mate. It's your music.
I mean, it came out with one YouTube video, and we just kind of stuck it together. So yeah, probably that and Boy. Yeah,
phenomenal.
Well, I'm just going to throw some songs at you real quick. I really struggle to pick a favorite off this record. I think everything has its own flavor, its own texture, its own thing going on. But in Pity Fuck, the bass line is so filthy. It's so dirty. It's unbelievable. I fucking loved it.
Thanks, man.
That Snap Neck and Io were my three that I really struggled. I wrote Earwig down and I wrote ICU down as well. And I was like, I'm struggling to pick something, like as a little bit of a taster. But also, when Life is a Chore.mov came on, I was a bit like, is this meant to be like? I got really confused for a second. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" So an advert just started playing. So I went back to check, and I was like, "Oh no, it's actually on the record."
That was why we did it. Yeah. I can't remember how I was at Luca's house writing. So this is a couple of things about what you said there. So, Pity Fuck. I think Luca was trying out some new guitar tones or something. He was just like, bam, bam, but just doing open chords and stuff, and that he was like, that sounds awesome, I just want to write that, that's how that one came about. And Life is a Chore.mov. Me and Luca really like rap music, and I'm a big fan of like Eminem and kind of old school rap music, and they all had a lot of like skits in their albums and stuff, like Eminem did and stuff. We were like, we should stick some skits in there, and we kind of knew we wanted one. And I had this, text that we did it in like a couple of hours. So it's like, it was like, do. And we were like, this is going to be hilarious because people are going to think, but what? But I paid my Spotify this month. What's going on?
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
That's sick as fuck, man.
That's genius.
Yeah, well, it's definitely going to be a song that I can't imagine like people listening to the album multiple times and like jamming out to that.
Yeah.
Hey, pass the auxiliary chord, guys. I've got a banger.
Yeah. Wait, it's coming. Wait, it's this advert playing first. Wait. So good.
Oh, fucking superb. Oh, fucking hell. Aaron, this has been so much fun. I didn't think I was going to sit down and do this interview tonight and get called a pervert, told to fuck off. But absolutely loved it.
Hey, I did not say fuck off.
No, he told me to go away. He told me to go away. One of the two. Same difference.
Did I? I don't think I did, but I called you a pervert.
We did call me a pervert either way.
Yeah, we're never told to go away or fuck off, mate. I didn't hear that bit.
I swear, Tom.
I didn't hear that. Yeah, but I mean the pervs thing definitely.
Yeah, I mean 100%. But
Okay, told us a pervert claims the 12-inch dildo up my ass. So over the way.
that was it. That was it.
That happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen,
Is that?
dude. I'm just saying, Tom, check his hard drive. Just
I will.
you know what I mean?
I
Check
got
his
you.
hard
Yeah,
drive.
yeah. I got you. And I'll make sure I send it all over to you as well. And oh shit! I said it out loud. Oh fuck! I was sorry. I mean, yeah. I'll check it. I'll check it.
Hey, Tom, man, it's been 4 weeks. What are you doing? Come back with one massive veiny arm. Oh, this has been for you guys. Are fucking hilarious, man.
Oh, stop it! Appreciate it. That seriously, it's been so much fun, man. Like I absolutely loved it, and I'm glad you enjoyed. We always like to have a bit of a laugh and like not make it so like, why do you like music? Why do you play? Just the same old rhetoric, the same old shit every time. It's just nice to sit here and just talk about dildos at your ass and can hamsters breed up there? You know what I mean? So, do you know what I mean? It's just one of the, it's those big lifelong questions that people always think about and then never ask.
Yeah, they're like, fuck.
Yeah, those age-old ones.
Do I put it in a condom first?
Yeah, exactly.
Am I supposed to pull the claws out? I mean, I don't know.
Do I blow it up to make sure it's got loads of air to actually live in rather than just a tiny little... supposed to pull the claws out?
What? Are you talking about blowing the hamster up or like blowing your anus?
Blowing the condom up. It's like blowing the condom up with it in. It'd be a really shit version of up.
Well, it's good to know that you're practicing safe sex when putting hamster up your ass. That's just the first thing that comes to your mind. Oh yeah, condom. Brilliant.
Yeah. It's almost like a canary in the cave type motion, isn't it? It's that sort of thing. Just got to check it's safe. I don't know where we're going with this. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I think we're wrapping it up.
Yeah, sorry, Aaron. Yeah, we were. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck we went.
I was going to ask Tom if he had any more questions, but I'm scared to ask now.
I do have one, but it's nothing to do with what we just talked about.
Let's go.
When you first started this journey into the music, where skated, wanting to do manly things, and became a welder for a bit, painting and that sort of thing, did you ever think this is where you'd be today?
No. Hang on, wait. To a certain extent, yes. Because I really had my sights set on once I got it into my mind that I was going to do it, I knew that I was going to, I had to move country and stuff. And I was really focused on making it happen. But if you asked me back then, what will you be doing at 35? I just turned 35. I would have been like, what? That's well old, kids and shit. So yeah, I didn't expect to be talking about dildos and playing PlayStation and still shouting in a microphone at 35, because in my mind I was that's old, but now I'm this age. I guess hope Mum's proud.
Oh, she will be, mate. I'm sure she is.
I actually sent her the album. She was like, this slaps, and I was like, thanks, Mum.
Yes. Legend. Go on, Karen.
Regain some cool points.
Yeah, no, she's cool as fuck. It's cool as fuck. All right.
Incredible.
Oh shit! I've got 5% back. Oh, I mean, we're still recording. Sorry, they said 5% battery. I'm just freaked out. Oh god. But all right. Well, thank you guys for your time. And if there's anyone watching out there, I'm sure there might be. Thanks for watching. This has been funny. It's been hilarious. And Tom and Jamie, it's been great to meet you. And hopefully, we'll see you around in real life.
Yes, that'd be sick, Aaron. An absolute pleasure. Just quickly before we do any social medias plugs, anything you want people to go and check out real quick?
Yeah, so you can catch us by typing 1056 HQ and pretty much I think everywhere. Yeah, 1056 HQ. If that's an at 1056 HQ or .com/1056 HQ, we're everywhere. Please check us out. Thank you for listening. Love you guys. And thank you for paying attention. Thanks, guys.
I love it. Go and blast IO as loud as fucking possible right now. Right fucking now, and give them all the love. Aaron, you're a legend. I absolutely appreciate you. Hopefully, we'll see you around soon. Have an amazing tour. Hope the album goes fucking amazing as well. And hopefully, we'll speak to you soon.
Thank you, man. All the best to you two as well, man. You guys, I wish that you guys prosper and that cool stuff happens to you and that, and your internet speeds really high all the time, and you don't bang your toes on nothing. You guys are legends, man.
Yeah, right back at my friend. Take care of yourself, my friend. See you later,
much, Aaron.
Take it easy, Aaron. See you later, mate.
See ya.